What's poppin', everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. It is absolutely lovely to have you back once again. You guys, it is time once again for another episode of Brawl News, your favorite spot to get all the information on what the heck is going on here in the Brawl Stars community that you might not know about, but might want to know about. Today we have some very exciting things to discuss, such as the results of the gadget poll. We know exactly which two are going to be released this Friday. We have some additional information on what might be coming for free this Lunar New Year. We have some really fun speculative things that people pointed out here inside of the community that might be leading us to bigger implementations with updates down the road, customizable brawlers, and several other things such as additional hints that we might be getting an update or something else before March, kind of veering off the update path potentially. So hope you guys are all pumped up. Let's get straight away into the info. Here we go! So of course, you guys, if you enjoy being kept in the loop with these Brawl News episodes or anything else I do here on my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload of these particular things. Make that red button gray. I would greatly appreciate it. 57.3% not subscribed. That's a pretty big number, guys. And finally, be sure you guys are using code RAY in the Brawl Stars shop to keep the dance parties rolling. We got to keep them going all day, baby. Come on. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. It helps out way more than you all know. Much love. But you guys, with all of my YouTuber stuff out of the way, we are beginning our news journey in today's video over on the Brawl Stars official Twitter page, outlining the results of the gadget poll that was released one day ago. As you all know, we have the power to decide which two gadgets we want to see featured in the game, and the results was exactly what I personally was hoping for. We have Tara and Tix arriving first in the game, with Rosa coming in third place with 22%. Now again, like I said before, these gadgets will be coming out tomorrow at the point that I'm recording this video. As you can see with the text here in the bottom right hand corner, they are coming out this Friday. And then for the next two gadgets coming out the following week, we'll see another poll with Rosa and Jean being featured amongst the four, with two additional brawlers that we don't quite know yet. So we'll see the results of that. I got a feeling we're going to see the same exact thing happen that we saw in the previous second gadgets being released, where Jean and Rosa are going to be dragged through so many polls, but we'll have to wait and see. So getting into our next bit of very interesting news in today's video, and that is we might be getting something in the ballpark of an update before March. As you guys know, we have this kind of scheduled timeline when it comes to updates for Brawl Stars. We have our seasonal Brawl Pass updates, which we just came off of one, and then towards the midway point between the seasonal updates, we have another update, which is a brawler that comes out that's not chromatic. Normally we have a theme change, and they're typically pretty dang big. But in the most recent Brawl Talk, as you all know, the dev team ended up saying this, which is very peculiar.
That's our first update of 2021. Be sure to subscribe to catch all the news coming.
And we'll see each other again in March or sooner. Or in March.
So guys, I like to think the Brawl Stars dev team say things for a reason. They 100% know that by saying that, they get a lot of people thinking that something might be coming out before March. And then that brings us to this conversation over here on Twitter, Danny outlining a really cool bit of fan art for him, and then this user ended up saying, "And we'll see each other in March or sooner." Or in March, and then Danny said, "or sooner," keeping the meme rolling, but bringing it up once again. So hey, we may or may not be seeing something before March, and to be honest, it really doesn't have to be an update. I could see them maybe making additional changes to map maker or something big, not an actual full-blown update if we are seeing them before March. So only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see on that front. Moving along to some additional information about the Brawl Stars challenges coming around the corner. As you can see, Frank having a conversation with users under this post that Brawl Stars Esports tweeted out, but Frank outlining the dates for the challenge. So the challenge coming out February 20th and will last 48 hours, so 20th through the 21st. The qualifier will be February 27th through the 28th, and then the final is March 6th through the 7th and 13th through the 14th, depending on your region. So if you guys are really into the Brawl Stars challenges and you're trying to make your mark as a pro player here in the community, those are the dates to prepare for. And hey, if you're a guy like me, we all get to have fun with these challenges as well, so it's definitely cool to look forward to these things, so mark that calendar, baby. It should be a good time. In other news, as you guys know, when Colonel Ruff was released into the game, they released it with this amazing artwork over on their social medias, and typically whenever a piece of artwork comes out like this to hype up something coming out, we like to break it down to see if there's anything within it, any Easter eggs or sneak peeks, which we've seen countless times from Brawl Stars. I didn't break it down initially because we are in the midst of some insane update content, but there are a few really interesting things I want to take away from this that might be giving us information for additional features around the corner. So first things first, probably the most exciting thing in this photo for me personally is this pin pack on the left side of the screen, a custom pin pack which we've seen before. This is now the second time something like this has popped up. As you all know, for the Brawloween challenge, we had this custom pin pack in the bottom right hand corner of the screen with a theme of the Brawloween challenge that was coming out during this update. So I'm guessing this is a way for Brawl Stars to tell us that a special pin pack is coming around the corner with certain pins, much like we got in the Brawloween challenge. As you all know, we're getting these really awesome pins for Lunar New Year, which is coming out February 12th, and the ongoing theory is that we're getting one of these for free. So maybe the pin pack that we can purchase on those days will have these pins within them with that custom pin pack in the Brawl Stars artwork. Pretty dang cool, so make sure to look forward to that. But moving along to other things people pulled away from this image that might have some sort of significance. So as you can see, Colonel Ruff is looking at a digital screen and we can see through it, which is why it's reversed. But if we flip it, we can see what Colonel Ruff's is seeing, and probably the biggest thing people are pointing out is this homage to customizable outfits in Brawl Stars. So being able to choose your skin or having an inventory, much like we see on the bottom portion of this piece. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it was a little bit far-fetched, but this wasn't the only time we've had little nudges towards customizable outfits or just customization in Brawl Stars. For the holiday getaway animation to promote the release of the Season 4 Brawl Pass, we had somewhat similar things being shown in the video. For example, during this portion of the video, we have different items that you can select to give to the brawler that they're choosing, which is Dynamite here, and then they choose the briefcase to turn Dynamite into Bellhop Mike. And the same goes for Lou. Lou is not outlined, they give him the snow cone and then Lou comes to life. So I don't know, we've now seen two kind of different examples of this customizable thing. We have different items for the particular brawlers being shown here and for Colonel Ruff in the previous photo that we were going over. It's pretty dang cool if you ask me. I don't know if it will come, but maybe. But I would say those are the bigger things to take away from this photo. You can take a look at some of these smaller details, such as the description for Crow, the notes that Colonel Ruff has jotted down about him. It's not a dog, uses poison shuriken, weakness, melee, and strengths. He's too cool. And then the only thing I found kind of bizarre is there's this logo down here in the bottom left. When reversed, it's on the bottom right if it's not, but it's a Brawl Stars logo, but there's like a metal piece coming out for where the nose is and a little twinkling star at the tip of it, almost indicating that they're lying right in like Pinocchio. When he lies, the nose comes out. So I don't know what that means. Maybe Brawl Stars is lying about something or something related to Star Park. I'm not quite sure. As you all know, Colonel Ruff is somewhat related to Star Park. He has the logo on that pin. And if you guys saw the video that Kairos made most recently opening up Colonel Ruff, he was given a note from Colonel Ruff and he was located at Star Park. So it's all pretty dang cool. So maybe some other lore developments here with the traditional Brawl Stars logo having a lying nose jutting out. I don't know, that's getting a little bit deep though, if you ask me. So next, transitioning over here to Reddit, as we're somewhat wrapping up this video today, we have some other pretty cool things that I wanted to point out to all of you guys. So outlining this very first post from Serenade Poco 5 days ago, a conversation between this user and Frank. Ricky asking Frank here, I want to ask if this could come in a future update. The Brawler's menu could receive a new UI, just like like the game mode ones. And then Frank responding, yeah, it's on our roadmap to change the Brawler menu. No expectation of when it will happen, but eventually, very much like the shop last year and game modes just now. So sometime down the road, we might see some UI changes to the Brawler select screen, much like we saw in this update for the game modes, and you guys know I'm a big fan of that change. It's something super simple, but just makes it a little bit more clean. So hey, maybe sometime down the road. Next, moving along to this post by Billa Lonely, having maybe a little bit of an explanation for these hacked maps in Brawl Stars. Sometimes we come across different maps like this with indestructible walls in the showdown environment, but him pointing out that they actually exist in the game, but just not featured on maps, but on the outside of the maps, kind of bordering the lines of certain environments here in the game. So those indestructible walls popping up there. So maybe with these hacked maps, people are able to use those particular walls, having the code in the game or something like that. But either way, it's really cool to come across these things. And since trophies aren't a thing now in these custom maps, I don't think there's that much harm in it. It's just a nice little treat when you come across it. And then the final thing we're going to be wrapping things up with in today's video, a lot of people were pointing out the special quests that were popping up with this Season 5 of the Brawl Pass. This one being a Colonel Ruff quest. For 1,000 tokens, play 15 games with Colonel Ruff, which lasts 66 days, the entire duration of the Brawl Pass. So this is pretty dang cool at face value, having a quest that is 1,000 tokens if you complete it. But what I like most about it is just seeing a different type of quest, right? So a special quest, it may give way for additional special quests sometime down the line for additional progression. Really good progression. That's a lot of tokens. But yeah, guys, that's just about it for this episode of Brawl News. Hope you guys found the information useful or just interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff always happening in Brawl Stars. You just got to keep your eyes open to it. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy it, be sure to slap a like. I'd really appreciate that. And with that being said, have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios, everybody.